Hi, my name's Peter Molyneux. Well, you're watching Platform 32. It's awesome.
Damn straight it's awesome, Peter. That was my mate Peter there. He's also awesome. Keeps trying to lock me in the centre of this massive cube thing though. The weirdo. Anyway, hello gamers and welcome to another Platform 32 compilation special. My name's Ian Higton and I'll be the sexy voice narrating your journey through video game land today. So, some of you may be wondering, what's a Platform 32 compilation special? Well, my dears, these half-hour-ish episodes are where I put the bestest bits of recent Platform 32 videos so you can get a whole load of gaming info in one glorious ejaculation of digital truth, right in the face holes. So, what's on today's menu, eh? Well, let's have a look. Kablamo! It's Dishonored. Kasmayish! It's Hawken. Kasploosh! It's Joe Danger 2 the movie. Cabbage! It's Michael Mando, aka Vaas from Far Cry 3. Kanye West! It's XCOM. But before all that, kebab!
Hi, my name is Maria Alaprando from ZeniMax Online Studios for the Elder Scrolls Online, and I am the creature combat designer. You're watching Platform 32.
So, The Elder Scrolls Online. For an uber-anticipated MMO, there's absolutely no footage of the game out at the moment, except for this teasery trailer thing that you're watching now. So it looks like I'll just be padding this interview out with footage of me playing Skyrim.
I don't have any choice. I'm sorry.
Kablowie!
I'm sorry. This isn't what I want.
Here's Maria Alaprando, a creature combat designer on The Elder Scrolls Online, to set the scene for this epic adventure.
So The Elder Scrolls Online is based about 1,000 years before the events in Skyrim, when the Imperial Throne is not really as powerful as it was. Tiber Septim hasn't come into power, so the Empire is really scattered into many fractions, and it's not very powerful. So 3 alliances have formed from this, and these are the player alliances that you'll be able to join. The All-Married Dominion, the Ebonheart Pact, and the Daggerfall Covenant. When you choose one of these alliances, you'll be able to vie for the throne for the Imperial City, and you'll be able to crown your own emperor. While all of this is happening, Moloch Bal, the Daedric Prince, is trying to drag all of Tamriel into the plane of Cold Harbor, which is his realm. He's using Mana Marco, which is one of the first necromancers of all time, to help him raise an undead army in this process.
For the hardcore fans of MMOs out there, what sets this apart from all the others? What will make this the best MMO on home computers?
So the thing that I really love about it is the tactics of the combat. It's not rotation oriented, and you can really build your character how you want to build it. So it is a class system, but any class, regardless of race or alliance, can pick up any weapon in the game. So if you want to be a fully armored guy using a bow, you're more than welcome to. The more that you use that weapon, the better you're going to get at it. The next 3 slots you're going to have is for your class, and you can switch those in at any time. So when you go into a public dungeon, for instance, and you might find a friend, you can say, hey, what are you doing? You know, maybe we can work together. Maybe we can understand each other and arrange our characters in a way that would best fit. We have moves in the game called synergy moves, and what those are their opportunities for the players to work together. So a great example of that is we'll have a mage-type character lay down a blanket of fire, and a warrior-type character can run inside and start spinning, shooting fireballs out in all directions. And you don't have to be grouped in order to do any of this. We really want it to feel very organic, just like all Elder Scrolls games.
Okay, and what about fans of the Elder Scrolls series who have never played an MMO like me? Is this going to be easy for us to pick up and play?
Yes, we're making sure that the game is not UI complex, for example. The screen is very, very minimal, so when you're playing, the only thing you're really going to be seeing is the compass, which is what you would see in an Elder Scrolls game, and the compass will point you in many different directions to go and explore the land. There's also the health, magicka, and stamina system, which you'll be familiar with if you played Skyrim recently. So we're doing a lot of things that are very familiar to past Elder Scrolls games, but we're also making sure that we're making the best MMORPG that we possibly can.
Awesome! Thanks, Maria. I think I love you. When can we play the game? Oh, crap.
So the game comes out in 2013, but be sure to check online on elderscrolls.com for beta information as it comes out. The game is going to be ready for PC and Mac, and we're also aiming to make sure that the game is playable on computers that are about 3 to 4 years old.
Hi, my name is Kang Lee. I'm the creative director and the co-founder of Hawkin, and you are watching Platform 32.
When Hawken first mech stomped its way into the public conscience last year, it was the phenomenal art design which blew everyone away. People couldn't believe that such a small independent company had made something that looked so visually impressive. At this year's Gamescom, I had the privilege of meeting and interviewing Kang Lee, creative director on Hawken and concept artist extraordinaire. This man gave the game its distinctive look and pretty much single-handedly designed all of the mech and locations in the game. So I was curious to know exactly what inspired the look of Hawken.
The Hawkin game itself was inspired by many things that I grew up on, just really enjoy watching, like the anime, Ghost in the Shell, Akira, all the 80s sci-fi stuff like Blade Runner, Aliens, things like that. And as a fan of the old MechWarrior games, like Virtua on the arcade, the Steel Battalion stuff, I just think there haven't been sort of mech games in a while, so we went back in, I think, 2010. I still have this idea of a mech game along with a couple other guys, and we just started using Unreal Engine and just made our own game, and it's, here we are today. It's been very exciting.
The cockpit visor of your mech is full of static and interference. It looks very gritty and grimy rather than glossy and sharp. Why did you choose that style?
We're trying to make the game feel as visceral as possible. Like, the sense of immersion is very important for me as an artist. I really want people to feel like they're driving a heavy, stompy mech. So everything we do, like this, let's say we get hit by a rocket launcher, your cockpit gets more dirty. When you overboost and you're running out of fuel, there's like sort of like a static on your helmet to sort of signal that you are low on fuel. So we're using visual not only to sense of immersion, but as cue to the gameplay elements itself.
The maps are just as stylised as the mechs, if not more, and there was many a time when I was killed as I was admiring the scenery. How many maps will be available on launch?
On launch should be around 4 to 5 maps, and they're very in visibility, art style, and gameplays. We're trying to have as much sort of like this world that we're trying to create, because we also have a transmedia side that we're supporting for Hawken. So since Hawken is a multiplayer game only, I think the only real story player gets from playing the game is the environment itself. And then we have other things like the graphic novels, the movie side, the anime, the toys, things like that, to sort of extrapolate and allow players to sort of sink their teeth into the lores of Hawken. December 12th is when the open beta, but we also have closed beta probably a month or two prior to that. So if you log on to playhawkin.com, you can just maybe get into the closed beta.
There you have it, guys. If you want to get in on the giant robo action before everyone else does, and you really should because the game fricking rules, take Kang's advice and get registering on playhawkin.com. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? No. It's not doing the same thing over and over again. It's actually turning off Platform 32 anytime soon, because after this short ad break, I'll be chatting to the voice of Vaas from Far Cry 3, Michael Mando. He's a bit less mental in real life, which is nice. Plus there's loads more stuff. See you in a second. Hi there, yeah, I'd like to order some awesome games coverage, please. Yep, that's the one, yep. Okay, so can I have a portion of Joe Danger 2? Yes, the movie, yes. And some XCOM? You got that? Yep, sweet, okay. And also, can I get some Dishonored? No, just one portion. And finally, can I get a side of Michael Madsen? No? You don't have it? Oh. Yeah? No. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, cool, yeah. I'll have a portion of Michael Mando instead. Yes, sweet. Nice. And how long will that be? 45 minutes? Jesus.
Hello everyone, I'm Michael Mando. I play Vaas in Far Cry 3, and we're doing an interview for Platform 32.
Regular viewers to Platform32 will know that I don't just feature previews and reviews on the show, I also like to find out what goes on behind the making of the games, and I especially love speaking to the people who help make these interactive works of art happen. That's why it's my complete pleasure to bring you this exclusive interview with Michael Mando, the actor whose intense performance brought to life the most exciting video game character of this year's AAA releases, Vaas, the insane antagonist from Far Cry 3. First things first, Michael, the majority of my viewers will only know you as a foul-mouthed, murdering psychopath.
Fuck you!
Who is the real Michael Mando?
I would say I'm a person who's, I guess, always searching for answers, and who's always looking for balance, and who likes chocolate cake.
The thing is, I killed you once already. And it's not like I am fucking crazy. It's okay. It's like water under the bridge.
You were responsible for bringing Vaas to life, for making him more than just words in a script, and giving him that infamous twisted personality. What emotions did you draw from to give him that spark of dark insanity?
When I auditioned for Far Cry 3, I was going through pretty sort of difficult moment in my life, and I had so much pain, man. I had a lot of pain. And I think that's what fueled everything, is that sort of feeling of wanting, of loving and of being in pain because of love.
Shut me, motherfucker, come on!
Your Wikipedia tells us that you were shot in the knee during a gang fight in your 20s. Was the exposure to this kind of violence also a source of inspiration for Vaas?
I read somewhere that everything that you live, everything that you go through is registered in your subconscious for life. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds like it could be. So I'm sure that as an actor you use, or as any person you use, and you're affected by everything that you go through.
Obviously you're reading from a script for the majority of the part, but were Ubisoft open to improvisation from you?
You know, I was very fortunate when I was playing Vaas, because they really wanted me to make it as personal as possible. The writers did a great job, so already I had a great base to work on. And I was given a lot of freedom to improvise, to ad-lib, to change a few things in the blocking. And that was a real treat.
Thanks for your time, Michael, and for the insights on being an actor in a video game. Any of you gamers out there who want to sample the fruits of Michael's labour can see him in action in Far Cry 3 when it's released on November the 30th in the UK and December the 5th in the US. In the meantime, make sure you follow Michael on Twitter and Facebook to keep up to date with all his goings on in acting land.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Hi, I'm Sean Murray. I'm from Hello Games. I guess I'm the founder. And you're watching Platform32.
Lights! Camera! Action!
Danger! Danger! High funnage! That's right, folks. Joe Danger 2 the movie, the sequel to one of the highest rated, most enjoyable downloadable titles of all time ever, is out right now on the Xbox 360, and I got the chance to cram myself into a tiny, dim booth in the centre of Hall 6 at this year's Gamescom and chat to one of the game's creators. So Sean Murray, founder of Hello Games, give us the lowdown on JD2.
So Joe Danger 1, the original one, you were like this washed up stuntman, like on a motorbike performing tricks in the desert. And at the end of that you become kind of a success, right? And that's where Joe Danger 2 takes off. You've been discovered by this Hollywood director and you're making supposedly the world's greatest action film, right? So you're a stuntman acting out each scene in this film, one after another, performing all the stunts. So you'll be like an Indiana Jones style character in a minecart escaping from boulders. You know, you will be a spy trying to sneak into an army base, you know, fighting robots on a jetpack, chasing dinosaurs, that kind of thing. It's definitely the kind of game where you play in like short bursts, or at least you sit down to kind of play in short bursts. You can kind of get in, play a level, set a new high score, something like that in like 30 seconds. Hopefully it's got a lot of replayability, that's the key thing with it. We've got like 100 levels. Each one is a different scene from this movie. Each one has like a different objective, different vehicle, different environment kind of thing. So we try and keep it really, really varied. And you know, the whole kind of core thing of the game is that you're perfecting your scene, right? So you're replaying it over and over again. So all of those 100 levels are very replayable, you know, until you kind of nail it perfectly.
After the interview was finished, I played the multiplayer mode with Sean and the other guys from Hello Games, and it was hysterical, chaotic action all the way through. The Hello Games lot were literally wetting themselves with laughter as they battled for first place, punching each other off their bikes and unicycles as they swapped backwards and forwards between race lanes. It wasn't faux PR laughter either, put on just for me to make the game look fun. They were genuinely loving their own game, even after spending God knows how many months and years working on it. That's a true testament to how fun JD2 is. It's one of those games that reminds me of my youth. You know, playing 5-player Bomberman on the Amiga, or Micro Machines on the Mega Drive with my mates, and just laughing like idiots for hours. For fans of the original Joe Danger, there has been just enough changes made to keep the game feeling fresh, but for people who have never tried the first one, I couldn't recommend JD2 more. It's got so much content shoved in there, and a huge amount of replay value, especially if you enjoy making and sharing your own tracks. The game is worth every single one of the 1,200 Microsoft points it costs to download, and if you don't believe me, just give the free demo a go and try it for yourself. You definitely won't be in danger of wasting your money. Sweet, it's time for everyone's favourite part of the show, the ad break. Only joking, ads suck balls, but they help me buy sweeties, so I'll keep them in for now. After the break, we've got some awesome stuff though, stuff like Dishonored and XCOM. Sexual. Welcome back to my loving embrace, viewers. It's so warm and snuggly. Now, it's the last part of today's compilation special, but fear not folks, I've saved the best till last, because not only will we be getting the lowdown on the highly anticipated alien-bashing strategy game XCOM, but I'll also be dishing the dirt on Dishonored. Dishonored.
Hi, my name is Garrett Bittner. I'm a producer at 2K Games, and you're watching Platform32.
All attempts to contact the invaders thus far have failed.
XCOM Enemy Unknown, the highly anticipated return to the XCOM universe, is a reimagined remake of 1994's classic strategy game UFO Enemy Unknown, which was designed by industry legend Julian Gollop. I spoke to Garrett Bittner, a producer on the game at this year's E3, and got him to tell us exactly what we can expect. Excellent.
In XCOM Enemy Unknown, you play the commander of a covert organization that's tasked with fighting off this mysterious alien invasion, and you're more or less fighting against this extremely powerful, highly advanced technically alien force that's invading the Earth, and your humanity's only survival at beating off this invasion and helping humanity to continue.
Well, I've had plenty of practice at beating off, so I should be pretty good at this game. Last year's E3 saw the first gameplay of XCOM, which is an FPS reimagining of the first game, a change of direction which a lot of the older fans were quite angry about. XCOM Enemy Unknown takes its gameplay back to the classic formula that fans of the franchise know and love, right?
It's turn-based strategy. So, and the strategy happens on 2 layers. The combat happens on a squad-based tactical combat area. You have 4 to 6 squad members. You give them orders, move them around, tell them when to fire, and then you also have the large strategy layer where you're commanding your forces. You're deciding what to research, deciding what to manufacture, and you're also deciding how you're gonna go about this war against this alien force that's invading out of nowhere.
So this one will really appeal to all those hardcore fans of the original, those who felt let down by the new approach the series seemed to be taking?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that's really great about the game so far is that as soon as you get into it, as soon as you start playing, it immediately feels like XCOM. It immediately is familiar to anybody who's played the old game. There's that, that terrifying sense of dread and unknown as you're moving through a map, and you don't know what's going to come at you, and all of a sudden, a sectoid could pop up and annihilate one of your guys. It's that great feeling of tense strategy and action, and it feels uniquely XCOM.
Nice. Now, finally, how long are we looking at for the main campaign mode of XCOM?
We're shooting somewhere between 14 to 20 hours or something like that. We're still balancing at the moment, so it could be more than that. Probably not going to be less than that, but we're still in the balancing stages, so we'll see where it lands.
Thanks, Garrett. This sounds like great news for those of us who have been itching for a return to the exciting world of XCOM. Awesome news also is that console versions of the game will not be dumbed-down ports of the PC version and will feature just as much content as its mouse and keyboard based buddy, so even us console kiddies can get a slice of the alien-killing strategy action. X-rated. Oh, I don't really know what I meant there. That doesn't really make any sense.
Hey everybody, my name is Ricardo Bear. I am the lead technical designer on Dishonored, and you are watching Platform 32.
Ever wanted to be able to possess a trout? No, me neither. But in Dishonored, the new IP from Bethesda, the supernatural assassin you control can do just that. Luckily though, that's not the game's main focus, and to prove it, I spoke to Ricardo Bear, the lead technical designer on Dishonored, and asked him to fill me in on the game, and its time-bending, mind-bending, animal-possessing hero.
In Dishonored, you play the role of Corvo Atano, and you are a supernatural assassin. And all the action in the game takes place in the city of Dunwall. And the city of Dunwall is a fictional place that we have built from the ground up. It's all unique. It's kind of a cool setting where they're going through sort of an industrial revolution based on whales and whaling technology, and there's all this cool weird technology to interact with, and throughout the game the player is going to be figuring out who are the men who betrayed him and getting revenge.
As a supernatural assassin, Corvo needs to have many a magical trick up his sleeve. If he didn't, he'd just be a normal assassin, I guess, and that would be a bit boring. Can you talk us through some of the key powers which will be at his disposal, like possession and time bending?
Oh yeah. So possession's one of our bigger powers. It's super cool. It's a good power for stealth. So at the low levels of possession, what you can do is possess all the critters you find in the world. Like there's lots of rats everywhere in the city of Dunwall because there's a big plague going on. And so that makes having possession handy because you can jump into the body of a rat and you can drive the rat around and sneak into buildings. You can possess fish. At higher levels, you can do things like possess people, which is really handy because you can jump into the body of a guard and walk through a security checkpoint without causing a commotion. And if you get really creative, some people have discovered interesting ways to use possession. They jump off of the top of buildings to make quick getaways, and they possess people right before they hit the ground, and waltz out of the enemy area that way. So bend time is also one of our big powers. At the low levels, it slows time down. At high levels, it completely stops time. The player can still move around, but the world is frozen. And it's useful in a lot of different ways. If you're the stealthy player, it's a really good get out of jail free card, right? You know, a lot of times if you're trying to play stealthy but you set off an alarm or some guards spot you, you can get overwhelmed really fast in Dishonored. And so bend time is a good way to get away. But if you're more combat oriented, bend time is also a good way to get rid of a bunch of people. So, you know, you can freeze time, and some of our guys, you probably saw it in the trailer, like that, the trailer, everything you see in the trailer you could do in Dishonored. So, you know, you can freeze time, shoot a bunch of crossbow bolts, they're suspended in the air, and then as soon as time resumes, all the crossbow bolts continue their flight path and take out their targets.
Finally, Ricardo, if you could possess anyone or anything in the world, what would it be?
I would possess the tall boys. That's our toughest unit in the game. It's these guys that are like 9 to 10 feet tall. They walk around on stilts and they're super tough.
Nice PR style answer. Plus, you get bonus points for working a random gameplay element I'd forgotten to ask about into a reply to my rather dumb question. Looks like I really dishonoured myself with that one. Ha ha ha. Crikey, over already? Well, time flies when you're having fun, right? Right? Well, if you were having fun and you want to watch the extended versions of any of these features and a whole load of other content, make sure you head on over to the Platform32 YouTube channel. In fact, why not subscribe? You can do it by clicking on my face. Look, right here. Just click it. Go on, click my face. Click it. Nice, thanks. And don't forget, P32 is also on Facebook and Twitter. Just follow the URLs in the credits. Thanks for watching. See you next time.